Thank you, Bob. Hello, Bob. Thank you and greetings again. Uh, from Baghdad, Diodene, and thank you. I know I've received a lot of greetings all over, and so it's so wonderful and it's amazing. This is a happy birthday that was prepared by my wife, dedicated for. So she prepared it, so I use it to dedicate for the Federal Republic of Amazonia and all my fellow brothers and sisters of all Amazonian all around the world. This is a happy birthday that we all over the world share this as a remembrance for our sovereign nations, the Southern Cameroon, now the Federal Republic of Amazonia. So it is with a deep, strong spirit and compassionate that we all must stand together, stronger, more united, and have confidence within ourselves. And we must discard our disunity, because disunity is not helping us, is not forging ahead for our sovereignty. Because the more we united, the more we get stronger. The spirit of togetherness making us more and be able to defend our nations. You know, we have been living in a spirit of invasion, atrocity by a neighboring country, La République du Cameroon. And we have taken a giant step. The giant step is to move forward and stand as one people. I want to urge our brothers that this is not a time that we should be fighting one another. Instead, it's time we should be more stronger, because there is nobody that can tell me that he or she wasn't affected after living with this La République du Cameroon. And our mother, our brothers back home, I want to take a moment to thank all of you for the dedication and the initiative that you all have shown, that we are people. By people, I mean that we are a nation, and that as a nation, we must forge ourselves. We must let the world understand that we are capable to defend our homeland. If you haven't made that commitment, I encourage you, I ask you to be part of this momentum. Ask yourself, what have you done? Because if you ask yourself, what have I done? What do I need to be done? And when you ask this spirit, then we all have the same spirit. I know many people have already lost their lives. Many of our brothers and sisters have already sacrificed their lives. Some are in the hospital. Some are being injured. And some are on the recovery. I can appreciate that we are together, that I feel your pain, because I imagine that the pain you are suffering is not just your own personal pain, it's the people of Ambazonian pain. We all stand together. We all should love one another. We all must initiate our strong commitment. There are people within our midst that they don't see it. They don't see that we are people that we can forge our health and maintain the spirit that we can work as a nation. We all has demonstrated that we get a strong spirit, but we have a neighboring country, La République du Cameroon. They are confused. They have an evil individual that is suffering from mental psychosis. He can recover, he can remember his wife's name, he can remember his last children's name, and that is Paul Biya of the neighboring country, La République du Cameroon. His age is 6 years old. He can't remember the room he left a few minutes ago. Neither he could recall or able to trace his way back to his own personal room. But yet, he wants to become a president of a nation that is made up of people with distinctive caliber, mental, and efficient functioning, and expect someone suffering from psychosis to lead them. I urge the people of Amazonia that we must relentlessly let go La République. We must relentlessly let go La République. I know there are some of our brothers that are deeply attached to La République, and they wouldn't let go. But however, I urge them to join the momentum, because our spirit of moving forward is something that will never return. And I will never regret that I had to let go of La République. Fellow brothers and sisters, you all remember when you travel home, especially those on the diaspora, you see the nature of the road is disgusting. It takes you almost 2 weeks to reach your home. For the past 56 years, this is the time that we want to make development. Within the past 56 years that we have lived together with them. It takes 2 weeks to travel to Mamfe. Probably you may not sure that you're going to get to Mamfe. It might take 2 weeks to get to Ndonga Mantum, but you are not sure that you're going to reach Ndonga Mantum division, Ndonga Mantum County. It might take 1 week to reach Batibo. It might take you 3 weeks to reach one destination to another. And we, La Republique, expect us to just acknowledge them. We have Sonara, which is in Victoria. The entire officials of Sonara, which is in Victoria, is made up of neighboring country La Republique, and yet our sons and daughters, they are placed as security guard. In our judiciary system, we have able and intellectual judges, yet we are being placed under a francophone judges. We have all our able doctors, medical professions, yet we are placed under someone that just graduates to lead us to be a manager or delegate of our health. Even though we have more specialized people that are well educated, ingrained in well education, but yet we have an appointed delegate to lead. That's the society you want us to encourage, fellow brothers and sisters. It's time we move forward with our sovereignty. It's time we move forward, because I will never love to be part of La Republique with my past experience, and I know you all share the same experience. Today is a day not just to dedicate it for the celebrations of a birthday. It's a day to dedicate it for the spirit that I have envisaged as Southern Cameroon, a Federal Republic of Amazonia, a nation that the people will never regret why they make a choice. It is a wonderful journey that we took. Remember, when you went to school, all you see is the positions. Let's say if you want to become a physician, your vision, you see yourself as a physician, and you envisage that position that you're going to be a physician, because you have that vision and you see yourself and imagine wearing the uniform of a physician, even though you haven't. And so that spirit that you have placed yourself and will inspire you to walk towards that. And if you choose to become a lawyer, but you see the vision to become a lawyer, and you understand that you have to go through a certain steps, and so once you walk through those steps, and then you find yourself, those spirits manifested, and you see yourself being a physician. And so I see the visions of the people of Amazonia, a dedicated nation that will stand one as one people, love, cherish one another, building an lasting environment that for future posterity. That is what I see. I see a place that I will one day, from Tico Airport, become one of the international airports in West Africa. I see Bafut Airport to become one of the international airports in West Africa. I see the Mamfe Airport as one of the international airports in West Africa. I see the Bali Airport as one of the dedicated airports in West Africa. because we are people that we are capable to make those dreams come true. But if we continue to reside and remain in La Republique, I foresee all of those dreams goes to the drainage, and all of our people will go to the drainage. Fellow brothers and sisters, all of us in the diaspora, those at home, we are together. We stand one spirit, one people, love for our freedom, freedom from slavery, freedom from armed robbery in La Republique, freedom from the world that see peace and security. A world that does not. You all know what happened to the United Nations. The United Nations benefit when the people are in chaos. And that is why they use that chaotic scene as a source of revenue to enrich people like Antonio Gutterres. You all know that our case is genuine. Our case is dedicated. Our case is valid. But unfortunately, Antonio Gutterres of the United Nations, the blindfolded individuals that choose to integrate La Republique into the human right, that is the architect of human violation, then it is painful that Antonio Gutterres, after the video, not forget about the people of Amazonia, the video that happened in North that got a worldwide condemnations, no one will tell me that Antonio Gutterres is not aware of that particular video, and he will choose to integrate La Republique, neighboring country, to human rights. And when they are the architects of human violation, that is why I am calling on the world community. It's time to call